Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But guys, week 12 of the APA, the St. Louis Rampardos are taking on the Seattle Sandstorm and Coach Obo29. If you guys are hyped for this battle, hit that like button down below and subscribe, of course, if you guys are new. If you guys didn't know, we are on a win streak tear. We are currently sitting at 9 wins and 2 losses, and this is the final game of the regular season. We have already locked down our playoff spot. However, a win right now means that we will finish as the #1 seed in the league, which is something I most certainly want to do. I'm not stressed about this game because it doesn't really matter otherwise, but it would be cool to be #1. And also, I want to mention that we started this season off 1 win and 2 losses, and we've won 8 in a row, I think. 8 in a row? That's pretty crazy. A little bit of luck on our side. Lady Luck has definitely graced us in a few of those games, but nevertheless, you gotta put yourself in a good spot to get lucky, right? So anyway, it should be a good one. Obo took over for Gym Leader Geo, who, with all due respect to Obo, I was excited to actually face Gym Leader Geo. We go back to the GBA days, but Obo has taken over. Their team is not doing so good. They're actually 2-9. Obo is 0-2 since he took over the team. But he's got a really tough squad. Actually, I had a lot of difficulty preparing for this match. So let's talk about it. So anyway, he's got, well actually first, before we go any further, as I mentioned, last game of the regular season, I'll actually be doing our team, like we have to compile our team for the playoffs, so I'll make a separate video talking about that. But anyway, what's your favorite Pokemon that we've used so far, and what was your favorite moment from the regular season? You guys can let me know in the comment section below. I look forward to reading your comments, and if there's any particular Pokemon you really want to see on the playoff team, let me know. And again, I'll make a dedicated video for that, or maybe like I'll talk about it on stream and stuff. But anyway, he's got Tapu Koko and Hawlucha, the Koko Lucha core, which is very powerful, obviously. Just a very good combination because Lucha can run Electric Seed and benefit from Koko's terrain, and then it can, you know, get the Unburden boost and then be really offensive. He's got a Zelf, which of course is a good hazard setter, good U-turner, good Psyche type. Cobalion, good stealth rocker, kind of Volt Switch, pivots. Latias, very good fairy. This team is very good. Lycanroc Dusk is insanely good in my opinion. Certainly one of the better offensive threats in the format because of its Tough Claws Accelerock, which is very powerful. Mega Beedrill, again, he's got so much speed in this team. This team is very difficult, like I said, super fast. Sceptile, Ditto. Ditto is kind of annoying because it can actually transform into a couple things, like my Heracross. It can transform into, you know, my Thundurus and kind of steal my Volt Absorb. Frostlass, which also kind of annoying. You know, a really powerful Frostlass could actually do a number against me. And then Simipour, which is just kind of a boring water type. You see the 6 I expect him to bring: Koko Lucha, Cobalion, Beedrill, Lycanroc, and Ditto. Obviously, Latias could make the team. I think that's probably what I would expect. Those 7. I don't really necessarily expect a lot of the other stuff, but we'll see. So this is a really tough matchup for me to decide, kind of looking at what I was going to bring and stuff. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was pretty conflicted on what I was going to bring. So let's talk about the team and why I'm bringing what I'm bringing. But when I looked at the matchup, I was like, yo, Alolan Muck kind of is good because of Latias and his Elf. I could like trap those things. I can hit Koko really hard. I can kind of slow down the Beedrill. But yeah, I ended up not even going that route. So let's talk about it. I'm going to kick things off with Bronzong here. Bronzong is rocking a really cool set, the Eye of Papa Berry with Recycle. So if my berry is activated, I can recycle, get the berry back. The reason for that is he's got a handful of Pokemon that actually don't really do much to Bronzong, in my opinion, in terms of, you know, Cobalion, and if he clones me with the Ditto and Lati, they don't really do a ton to Bronzong, so I can generally get that berry back, which could be really clutch. I have to watch out for knockoff, though, from like Beedrill and stuff, but it's something to make note of. And we got the Future Sight on there because I think Future Sight's really cool. I definitely want to get up Stealth Rocks in this match, so I think that's very important. I got my Heracross in standard Dan fashion. I'm bringing a very bulky Heracross, Adamant, but we've got max HP and almost max defense. This thing is designed to be able to take on some of his offensive threats. It's really one of my better ways to kind of deal with Beedrill and Lycanroc, which is kind of weird, but it is one of my better ways to deal with those guys because they're so offensive and just so powerful. Obviously, Lycanroc can run Fire Fang, and Beedrill can just hit hard. It can get Aerial Ace, but we can take those hits and we can one-shot both those Pokemon, so it's really meant to be like kind of a tanky Pokemon there. Have to be very careful for Brave Bird from Tapu Koko. Bringing a max defense, max HP Assault Vest Reuniclus. This thing is kind of a mixed defensive Pokemon to deal with Koko and primarily Hawlucha. I can switch into high jump kicks and acrobatics and things like that. I can do a lot of damage with Psychic, and again, Future Sight. I feel like with his team not having a Dark-type Pokemon, yeah, no Dark type, and his only real good switch-ins to Future Sight are like Azelf and Latias. I really liked Future Sight this match, so we're actually gonna run it on 2 Pokemon. and just because I feel like it could force some good switches. And I have the regenerator so I can get some health back as I switch. Given his team, I feel like the Ice Shard priority is very important, so we're actually going to run Life Orb, Max Attack, Max HP Mamoswine. You'll notice for this team, I decided to go more on the bulk side. I have no speed investment on really any of my Pokemon except for my Thundurus. And the reason for that is because, again, his team is so fast, I didn't have to put any speed on anything. It's funny, when you draft a team, you really have to consider, you know, your speed tiers, and this team is so weirdly made. Everything is so fast, which actually turns out to be a hindrance for my opponent in some regards, because I don't have to outspeed anything on the slower end. Everything is fast. Like, the entire team is faster than base 100. So while that's awesome for my opponent, he's going to be really fast in a lot of situations. It puts me in a spot where I don't really have to stress that much about it. And now that I say all that, I probably should have went with a Trick Room strategy against him, because Trick Room Reuniclus kind of goes in, but really he's got some priority and things like that, but Trick Room actually goes in, so he's got to worry about that. But anyway, I'm bringing Blastoise as well. Max HP, Max Defense Blastoise is designed to take on the Lycanroc relatively well and just kind of scald some stuff. Rapid Spin to help out the team, I think that's important. Aqua Jet's there also for his really fast stuff, and then Toxic just to slow some things down, or you know, kind of whittle them down. And then last but not least is a Choice Scarfed Thundurus here. Sludge Wave, Thunderbolt, U-Turn, and Knockoff. I'm actually max HP with Special Defense investment. So this thing is designed as like a defensive switch in a Tapu Koko, but also something really fast to outspeed the Koko and the Lucha and the Lycanroc and things like that. And I can U-turn instead of Volt Switch because of that Ditto. So that's the team. Like I said, as I talked through it, I probably should have really heavily considered Trick Room, because I feel like had I ran Trick Room, like Trick Room Reuniclus kind of goes in, and Mamoswine under Trick Room absolutely decimates his team, but I did not do that. So maybe he'll think I'm going to run Trick Room, and I don't. So maybe it'll work out in my favor. I don't know. I'm going to get connected, though. Hopefully we can pick a W, and let's have some fun, man. Let's jump into it. We are connected with Obo. Let's find out exactly which 6 Pokemon he's going to be bringing to this match. Like I said, I feel pretty confident in the 6. I can see Latias coming as well. Maybe Azelf, too, but he's just going to bring all the stuff I did not expect. I think that's okay with me, though. Yeah, sometimes people just, like, switch it up because, like, they think I'm gonna hard prep for other things, and like, I'm okay with this. Frostlass, a little bit annoying though, not gonna lie. Definitely did not want to see Frostlass, because that thing, like I said, is just annoying. And Simipour, which again, I'm very confused about. I love my Choice Scarf Thundurus though for this matchup. Again, I'm just gonna use all the shiny sprites for convenience on my end. Definitely surprised though. I don't know why you don't bring Beedrill in this matchup. I don't know why you don't bring, again, like, I just feel like maybe my opponent thought that, you know, there was a chance I was gonna like hard predict certain things, but he's got Koko, Simipour, Lycanroc, Sceptile, Ditto, and Frostlass. Okay, my lead here, like, I definitely love rocks in this matchup, but I really think that my lead, first of all, Heracross is actually not a bad lead in the fact that I can Rock Blast pretty much everything. The only thing I can't deal with Heracross is if he leads Koko and goes for a Brave Bird. I'm pretty sure that knocks me out, just because it's a Koko. But let me just see here. Yeah, Brave Bird does knock me out if he leads Koko, but I can always switch. I do kind of like the Heracross lead just because I can deal with the Frostlass relatively well. So let's actually do that, because I don't necessarily feel like, yeah, I like that play because it really matches up well against a lot of his members of his team. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna lead Heracross. Anything but Koko. And if he leads Koko, I just go Thundy anyway. Thundurus is so good against his team, especially once Ditto is weakened. Obviously, it's a good switch in. The Lycanroc, gotta be kind of cautious of that. But I mean, the nice thing about Frostlass, if he leads Frostlass, I could just, like I said, Rock Blast it. So he's gonna lead 3005, which is gonna be the top of Koko, so not the best lead for me. I have to scout out for Brave Bird here, which is annoying. I definitely didn't want to do that. I'd rather just click Earthquake right now, but I gotta play it safe. So he's gonna get that Surge up. There's a chance he degleams as well, but he knows that if he degleams, he actually, like, gets destroyed. So I'm just gonna go right into my my Thundurus right now. I have to kind of play this really safe, which is, like I said, mildly annoying, but not the end of the world. And I can potentially bait that Ditto in as a Thundurus. So we're just gonna hard switch out, no problem. And let's see if he just goes for the Brave Bird, or if he goes for a U-turn, or if he goes for a Dazzling Gleam. He does go for the Dazzling Gleam, so I'm actually a little surprised there, because I actually would have been able to KO him. Dazzling Gleam. Let me just check that calc there, because that did a lot of damage. He's got to see that I'm bulky. He probably thinks I'm AV, actually, which is kind of one of the nice things about this set. It kind of makes it seem like I'm Assault Vest, even though I'm not. Yeah, that did about what I expected. Just kind of like standard. Okay, so I can Sludge Wave here, Which I actually kind of like Sludge Wave against this team. I kind of like Sludge Wave against this team. Because what's his switch in? His switch in is going to be the Ditto. But like, does Ditto really want to take... Like, does Ditto coming in against Thundurus really want to take that hit? What's Ditto's HP stat? Ditto is 48 base. So if I go to Thundurus and I put 48 base HP and probably max, it's really not going to be that bulky. Sludge Wave is going to be like a 2-shot. I'm just going to Sludge Wave him. Because this Coco is such a problem, I want to get damage. He probably just goes Ditto here. Yeah, here comes Ditto. Okay, so we're going to be able to do half to this thing. Almost half to him. And I know his set. He's got Knockoff, he's got Thunderbolt, he's got Sludge Wave, and he's got U-Turn. So I know his set, right? Like, not even stressing it. And we do about that half damage that I was expecting. So if I'm him, he either Knockoffs here. I can see a potential Sludge Wave. I could also see just a U-Turn. It's a speed tie, so like, you know, I don't want to get a knockoff on anything. I also don't want to go to my Scarborn and just take damage for no reason. So I think I'm just going to Sludge Wave. Because I know he can't one-shot me. The worst case scenario is he actually knocks off my Scarf, which I really don't want to have happen. I don't want my Scarf getting knocked off. I'm actually going to go Heracross. I don't want to lose my Scarf. I don't want to lose my Scarf. And I can see him just going for knockoff here. So we're going to predict that. And I don't think he goes for Thunderbolt. He goes for the U-turn. Okay. So that does obviously nothing. And I'm curious what his play is here, because my Heracross can live a hit if I Mega from the Coco. A Dazzling Gleam does not KO me under any circumstances, even if he's E-Belt. So here comes the 3005. Alright, I'm feeling kind of risky here. I'm just going to EQ. I think I'm just going to EQ this time. Yeah, I'm just going to EQ. Like, if he has Brave Bird, then, like, he's taking a lot of recoil. I'm just going to EQ. I'm not going to, like, overpredict this. If I can get rid of this Coco, dude, that's just massive. So let's see if he's going to D-Gleam me, or if he's just going to have Brave Bird or not. But getting rid of Coco here would be just insanely good for me. So let's just hope he doesn't have, yeah, he's going to D-Gleam, so I can live this. He's not Spec, so that does a lot, but EQ should knock him out here. If I can get rid of Coco, that's just massive for my team. Really takes the pressure off my Thundurus. So I got rid of Coco. I'll take that, dude. Heracross just plows through things, man. That's massive, because now my Blastoise looks really good as well. In terms of just being able to sponge hits from him. Alright. Heracross is kind of useless now, but it can switch into Ditto, I guess. If Ditto transforms into something. I'm also trying to think, like, Reuniclus looks pretty good against him. Like, Future Sight just looks really good. Shadow Balls look really good. I need to keep Ice Shard around from Mamo, because that could be really useful. But Thundurus just looks so good in this match. Aside from Lycanroc. But I'll trade that. I wish I traded that in the first turn, but here comes Sceptile. So he's got something on this thing, but honestly, like... Oh, he's Electric Seed on Burden. Okay. I'm not really that concerned about that. Oh, he's Electric Seed on Burden. Yeah, he's Electric Seed on Burden. Alright, I'm just gonna Pin Missile. Like, I don't want to let this thing set up. What is he gonna do to me? And what do I need Heracross for? It gets outsped and knocked out by everything. I'm just gonna Pin Missile, dude. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna Leaf Storm me? You gonna Dragon Pulse me? You gonna Aerial Ace? You gonna try to Swords Dance? He's gonna Acrobatics. Okay, makes sense. Not really worried about it, though. So, Sceptile's got Acrobatics. And he was Electric Seed. Okay, that's fine. Sceptile kills Heracross with Acrobatics. Alright, how much is Mamo doing to I'm obviously not going to Mamo, but I just want to see what the Ice Shard does. Ooh, it actually can knock him out, too. That's nuts, dude. Okay, my play here, I'm pretty sure, is just going into Reuniclus and just clicking Shadow Ball or Psychic. I mean, I could obviously go Liberty and try to get Rocks up or something like that, but realistically, like, he doesn't have the best answers to my, my Reuniclus. So I think I just click Psychic here and just get big damage off. Like, I'm very nervous about the Frostlass, I'm not gonna lie. But, I just feel like that's my play. So, because he's definitely physical. He's got to be so worried about, like, Trick Room and stuff, though. And I just need a little bit of damage off on this thing to get the KO later. So the question is, do I want to go for a Shadow Ball or just want to go for a Psychic? Psychic's a 2-shot. It's gonna really hurt the Frostlass as well. So I'm just gonna go for the Psychic. I think just getting off damage on anything. He's gonna crunch, but that shouldn't do too much. I'm like max defense, dude, so I'm really not concerned about that play. Just don't get a defense drop, good. So Psychic is gonna do a number to him here. And he is pretty bulky, but it was over half, and the damage roll is definitely in my favor. So I'm just gonna Psychic again, because I really don't think there's any reason for me to do anything else here. I can hit something really hard with a Psychic right now. And I can already tell you, Reuniclus is like keys to this game, for sure. Reuniclus is 1,000,000% key to this game. I have to figure out how do I navigate this Frostlass, though. This Frostlass is going to be the biggest problem. He's going to Leaf Blade. He's going to go for a crit here, I think. He gets a good amount of damage, brings me down to half, but Psychic should knock him out. It's definitely in our favor to knock him out here. And it does, so good stuff. Reuniclus kills Sceptile with Psychic. Okay. Here comes Pink Toes. That's probably the Frostlass, I'm assuming. No, that's the Lycanroc. Okay. My play is 1,000,000% Blastoise. Don't even have to think about it. 1,000,000% Blastoise. I gotta play for the crunch here, so we gotta go Blastoise. 1,000,000%. Just hope he doesn't Swords Dance. He's gonna crunch. Okay. That's what I expected. I thought so much. He got the crit though. That's why. Okay. Gotta lock as the crit. I don't see an item though. I mean, my play is Scald or Toxic. Toxic's really nice though. I don't want him to if he switches though, Toxic's not as good. If he stays in, Toxic's really good. If I slow play this, I need my Blastoise, that's the thing. I think I'm just gonna go for the Scald here. I can't risk this. I think I have to Scald. I need my Blastoise as healthy as possible for this Lycanroc. This thing is such a monster. He switches. So Toxic was the better play, but that's okay. Had to play it safe. Here comes Sweatpants. That's the Simipour. Okay. Simipour does get Grass Knot and Nasty Claw and things like that, so we have to keep that in mind. I don't score a burn, do I? No. Alright, we're going Hard Thundy here. Just go Hard Thunderous. Pretty sure. Yeah, we're just gonna go Hard Thunderous because I don't think he one-shots me and I can pressure him with Thunderbolt. So if he Nasty Plots, I'm in an okay spot. And Sludge Wave will do a lot to him. It gives me something to outspeed him. So we're gonna go right into Thunderous here. Not gonna like overpredict or do anything crazy. I know I'm very bulky, so I know I could take a hit from him. So we'll see if he Nasty Plots. He's gonna Hydro Pump. He misses it. That's actually really nice for me. Alright, so my obvious play here is to Thunderbolt. I don't want to do that though because I'm worried about the Ditto coming in. So I think my better play is to U-turn. I think my better play is to U-turn or Sludge Wave. It's all about just getting things weak enough so that way I can win this game with just like chip damage from Mamoswine and stuff. Simi. How much am I doing to this thing? I mean, I think I just U-turn here because U-turn is going to do like 25%. Hydro Pump does a lot if he specs. I feel like he could be specs. Sludge Wave doesn't do that much. I think I'm just going to U-turn. I'm going to U-turn. He switches. Probably goes Ditto. Yeah, here comes Ditto. Okay. I'm in a pretty good spot right now with my Mamoswine coming in because he really has no good switch-ins to just an Icicle Crash or a Knockoff. So I'm pretty safe to just click Knockoff at this point because he's got U-turn, Knockoff, Thunderbolt, and Sludge Wave, none of which of those moves do really a lot to my Mamoswine. So we're just going to go Mamoswine, and we're just going to click Knockoff because getting rid of the item on the Simipour could really reduce its damage output. And Frostlass, if it comes in to take a resisted hit, is not going to like the Knockoff. It's going to actually just bring him all the way down. So, yeah, we're just going to go for Knockoff here. And once this Ditto is gone, like, my Thunderous goes in against everything that's not Lycanroc, so that's really good too. But Knockoff's definitely my play here. He's going to go for Knockoff himself. He's going to get rid of my item. So Ice Shard would have been my better play, but that's okay. I'll get rid of his Scarf here. And he's going to sack off his Ditto. So Mamo gets a kill there, which is fine by me. Alright, actually kills Ditto with Knockoff. So now my Thunderous gets to just go in, which is really good. Okay, so Sceptile's gone and Ditto's gone. Yeah, that's massive because, like I said, I need to be able to beat... Like, Thunderous is my one way to outspeed stuff. So that's really good. But like I said, I'm really nervous about that Lycanroc still. I'm pretty much going to have to throw my Bronzong out to the wind here shortly. But that's where Future Sight is just so clutch. If I can get a Future Sight up, that's gonna be massive. Reuniclus is so good still in this match. My Pokemon are good in this match. It's just like they're not like super easy to switch in safely, but yeah, I would have liked to have not taken that damage there and still had my Life Orb, but that's okay. Ideal situation, he just goes Lycanroc right now and misplays. He goes into Simi. Okay, how much do I need this Mamoswine at this point in the match? Because I don't really want to switch into anything freely and then just like make a mistake. Whereas I can get my Thundurus in. I don't really need Mamoswine at this point in the match, as far as I can tell. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake here. Try to get some damage off. He goes for the Hydro Pump and knocks me out, then so be it. But I just want to try to beat this thing. So I'm just gonna Earthquake. Maybe he'll overpredict. He goes for the Grass Knot, so this is probably gonna knock me out, I would guess. Yeah, okay. So I'm surprised about that play, but that's fine. Simi, Poor, kills, Mamoswine, Grass Knot. I could have easily went Bronzong there, but that's okay. 1,000,000% going into my Thundurus, because I get to just click Thunderbolt now. This is a very like back and forth match, but as long as I don't let the Lycanroc beat me, then I should be okay. I'll just Thunderbolt here. He can't like switch into this. He's gonna switch, surprise, but I get a Thunderbolt off on whatever comes in, which is the Frostlass. Yep, this should two-shot, I think. Nice, dude, I got a crit. That probably mattered. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that crit definitely mattered. I think he crit me earlier though. I'm gonna just say. Oh yeah, that crit totally mattered. He must have been no bulk. Yeah, the crit definitely mattered. Thundurus kills Frostlass with T-Bolt. Okay, so really the only way this goes horribly awry here is if he is able to set up a Swords Dance, I think. I'm just trying to think about this. Is there any way he beats me in this matchup? It's if he Swords Dances, I'm pretty sure. It stinks because I feel like I'm really conflicted here. Like, my play 1,000,000% is just to switch out because it's so obvious, but I like feel like my best play here is actually to just go for the just go for the T-Bolt, because if he Swords Dances, I lose the game. So I'm gonna T-Bolt here, as dumb as that might seem. I'm faster. He didn't go for Excel Rock, so I get big damage off there. He goes for Crunch, so he predicted the switch. I'm actually gonna live that probably. Yep. Okay. Now I'm switching out. Now we go Bronzong on the Excel Rock. That was big boy plays right there, dude. Actually, I can go Blastoise too, predicting the Excel Rock, but I think Bronzong's better. Let's go Bronzong. And now I just Gyro Ball. And if he wants to slow play it, he can slow play it, but I can also Future Sight. He goes for Excel Rock this time. So I don't know what his item is yet. It could be anything. I think I just Gyro Ball here. I could also Future Sight because it kind of guarantees that something just dies. Because I feel like he could switch to Frost or to Simi here, and Future Sight's the better play for that. But I also guarantee that I knock this thing out and I don't have to take any more damage. Let's just Gyro Ball. He's gonna switch. Oh, he goes for Rocks. Okay, that's fine. He's trying to manage the Simi-Port situation, which I understand. So, Bronzong kills Lycanroc with Gyro Ball. Okay, so now I just have to make sure that the Simi doesn't set up all over my face, I guess. Which is kind of scary. Can I actually switch in with Thundurus? Thundurus is really close. 48 out of 185? I don't think so. It's 25.9. I don't know if it rounds down. It's like right on the cusp of not being able to do it. All right, we're gonna Future Sight. He's gonna Hydro Pump. Okay, he did Nasty Plot though. That's all I care about. And that doesn't really do that much, so I get a Future Sight off. That's gonna hit him in a couple turns. I'm gonna go Blastoise now. Go Blastoise here. Blastoise, all I could do is Toxic him, or Scald him. Let's see what he's gonna do. He's gonna Hydro Pump again. He's gonna miss. I think this thing might be Specs or Scarf. He just messaged me on Discord. What did he say? He says GG. So he says it's over. I'm just gonna go for the Toxic here. I think we got this. Yeah, he's got to be Specs or Scarf. I don't know which one. One of the two. But these Hydro Pumps are not doing a ton to me. I'm gonna land this Toxic here, and then the Future Sight's gonna come off, and Blastoise should be able to seal the deal here and pick up the final KO and give us the W. So I think we're in good shape. I think we got this one. That does a lot of damage, dude. Considering that's like a non-invested Bronzong, it's like Future Sight's a really cool attack. It does a lot of damage. But we're in good shape now. I just gotta click Scald here, and if that doesn't do it, Toxic will do it. So GG's to Obo. We're gonna move to a solid 10-2 and take the #1 spot in the league, baby, with a nice 4-0 victory here. It looks like. I probably could switch to Reuniclus just to be safe, but I don't think he knocks me out here. I think he has the Hydro Pump. I think he's locked into it. Yeah, he's definitely locked into it. So we can take this. If for some reason, yeah, I'm gonna just live that. If I don't knock him out here, then I'll go to Reuniclus and just win with Toxic, but I think Scald, yeah, that does it. So I'm in Torrent range anyway. So Blastoise kills Simipour with Scald, and we're gonna win 4-0. Not too shabby, guys. I'll take that, man. A nice way to wrap up the season there with a nice win against Obo, and that is gonna solidify our spot as the #1 team in the league for the season, guys. And like I want to say, I started the season off with a, you know, I started the season off at 1 win and 2 loss, man. I mean, that's pretty crazy, but we are going to finish at 10-2. According to my sheet here, we're the only team that finishes 10-2, which is pretty cool. And I lost my first game of the season and my third game of the season, and then we proceeded to legitimately win 9 games in a row, baby. And that is what I'm talking about, man. That is what I'm talking about. So thank you guys for sticking with me throughout this season. Let me know your thoughts on your favorite part of the season. And I'm excited because this league was not an easy league under any circumstances. This is a very difficult league. We had to face Gator, we had to face Wolf, we had to face Emvee, we had to face a lot of people. And we're gonna walk out as the #1 seed in the league, man. And that, in my opinion, is pretty darn awesome. I'm excited about that one. I'm very excited about that one. Just to recap as well, since I feel like talking a few more minutes, this is a very quick game. Overall, after that game, our kill leader for the season actually goes to Thundurus Therian form, believe it or not. Thundurus ended up with a very powerful 9 kills in 4 games. Second place to that is probably, let's see here, probably Lopunny. Lopunny had 6 KOs in 3 games. And I think that that's probably it. Mimikyu had 5 KOs and no deaths in 3 games, which is pretty darn good as well. And Mega Heracross had 4 kills, pretty cool. So that's a little bit of a thing there, but wow, I gotta say, Thundurus, man, 9 KOs in 4 games is very, very impressive for that Pokemon, for sure. Yeah, man, we got a lot of potential ahead for the playoffs. I'm excited to try to construct this team and ultimately make a championship run, hopefully, but thanks for supporting this season for the Rampardos, man. Hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Again, I'm going to do a video where we kind of break down what our championship team is going to be. It's going to be kind of an aggregate of all the Pokemon that we've used, fit into the tier list, so very, very interesting stuff. We've got a lot of Pokemon to choose from. Here, I'll actually give you guys a little preview here. I think I could do this, actually, without really having any issues. This is not updated stat-wise. Here, I'm just going to do it so that way you guys can see it. This is not updated stat-wise, but I'll show you guys live while we're doing this, just so you guys can like leave your thoughts in the comments, because I actually would really like your opinion. I did post this on Twitter, but I'm curious. Let me see, where did I just save that? Right there. So this is the team that we have, right? So we have to combine a team fitting the right tier requirements. So I'm gonna have to pick my Mega. It's either gonna be Pidgeot, Mega Lopunny, Heracross. I have to pick a tier 1, a tier 2, a tier 3, etc., etc., etc. And I've got a couple different ideas in terms of the team I'm gonna make, but we have to fit this team. And let me see if there's a way I can show you guys what the tier requirements are. I made a sheet for it all. Let me see here. Where's the sheet? I'll show you the sheet. The sheet is good. The sheet is good. Oh, yeah, here's the sheet. Here's the sheet, my friends. This is what you really need to see. This is what you really need to see. This is good. So forget what I just showed you. This is what you need to see right now, because this is gonna be what really gives you the details right here. Let me show you this. You're gonna be like, oh my god, aDrive's really giving us the deets right now. This is the sheet right here, guys. So this shows all the Pokemon, the tiers they're in, and the requirements. So I need a tier 1, a tier 2, a tier 3, a tier 3, a tier 4, a tier 5, 4 free picks, and a Mega. You have 400 points to fit in that free total. So I could pick 4 tier 3s because they're worth 100 points. I could pick a tier 1, a tier 2, a tier 4, and a tier 5, right? That's math. Yep. Something like that. And that'll fit my free picks, etc. Pidgeot and Heracross add 40 points, so I'd have 440 points if you pick that. So you can construct a team kind of like that, and I'll show you guys a mock-up team that I came up with. It doesn't need to be a secret. Like, it's not a secret because I'm gonna have to announce it. But this is like one of the teams that I had kind of thought of, and I've been playing with some different ideas, but this is one of the ideas that I had. Just to give you an example of kind of how things shake down here. This is not going to be the team I actually picked, but this is one of the teams that I had kind of thrown together. You can see if I like kind of throw it like that. Tornadus, Mimikyu, Nidoking, Tyrantrum, Bronzong, Ninjask, Slurpuff, Rotom, Alolan Muck, Reuniclus, and Lopunny. That's one of the teams that I had kind of thought of putting together. I can tell you, just based on my feel for this team, I think Pokemon that need to be on the final team are Bronzong and Mimikyu. I think I need to have Bronzong and Mimikyu on the final team because Bronzong is, in my opinion, the best tier 4 available, and it's so good at what it does, and Mimikyu is so insanely good, and I was really good at using Mimikyu. So I think those two probably have to make the final team. But we have so many options, man. We have like a Trick Room option with Reuniclus and Stakataka I could go with, which I've made to a championship with those two already. I love Thundurus, Victini, Kartana, Rotom would be incredible together. Even Kartana Bulu is a combination that we could consider because of how powerful that would be. You know, I think we managed to draft some very impressive Pokemon here. Even my tier 5 options, Musharna, Ninjask, Garbodor, pretty viable Pokemon. And then it's going to be tough to decide, do I pick Lopunny, Pidgeot, Heracross? Like, we've got some really tough decisions to make. So now's your chance to have your voice heard in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I talked so much. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.